Okay, starting us off in the top left-hand position, we do have the blue Terran fighting for aSh. From Poland, it's the Ghost King, it's Radley. And his opponent starting here in the top right-hand position, we do have the white Terran from Poland as well, it's WolFix. Okay, so Radley, as I've mentioned before, plays some incredibly long and interesting games. He has got some, out of all the highlight videos I think I've made for all of the STPL, including Season 1, I think Radley's games appear in every single one of them at least once, because he does crazy stuff. He's got the nickname Ghost King. Hopefully I'll be able to show you why in this game. If you were watching the STPL a little bit earlier this season, we're only 4 weeks in of course, Radley played a ridiculous TVP on Neo Arkanoid. The clip of that, one of the nukes he did in that game where he blinded an observer and also locked down an arbiter as well. That clip ended up with something like 2,000 views on Twitch. So Radley, pretty famous. Hopefully I can like spread the Ghost King nickname, and then that'll become his thing. Like obviously you got Flash as the ultimate weapon, or now God Fancy as the terrorist. You know, the STPL, it's time for us to get our own nicknames, and I think Radley is the first one I've decided with the Ghost King. But Eriador's up with a close second as the Elder Kai, because he's been around forever. But we've got a gas first, or at least gas coming in after barracks, yeah, gas coming in after barracks for WolFix, same for Radley. TBT as a matter of fact, I mean, it's not anything too crazy to shout about early game unless you see like a 2-fact or a 2-port. But honestly, I don't think we'll see that from either of our players here. We've got a single factory coming in here for WolFix. He's pulled 2 off of gas, so he's going to be going for a command center after this. And Radley, in fact, is actually staying on gas. Now, he did push away the SCV a lot quicker, so he is possibly going to go open up for some wraiths here. Now, one of the funny things Radley said to me once about wraiths in TVT is he doesn't like them, and it's so weird because he uses them so much in TVP, which I know sounds very, very strange. But essentially, Radley's not a big fan of going for wraiths super early in TVT because it doesn't feel like they do too much. Yeah, so we are going to have 2 factory. It's not going to be wraith. Now, it's actually really good to expand quite quickly on this map, so I'm not 100% sure on what Radley's plan is here. Obviously, vultures can be very strong early on. The bases are very close by air. You can actually see the only gap that's unwalkable is here. So if you have a dropship, you can fly over here, which is always useful. But Radley, gonna steal 5 minerals from the middle of the map somewhere, come back. I wonder if he's trying to break through here. Yeah, Neo Forte is an amazing map as well. Neo Forte is kind of like the precursor to Desperado. Like Neo Forte in a way, it's like Blitz X and Desperado, if you know about programming, you have forking. And essentially, like, Blitz X and Desperado, you kind of take bits from Neo Forte on both of them, and then you've got both of the maps. It's kind of cool. WolFix actually opting to go for tank first. Going to help him a little bit. Radley going to take forever killing this barracks, but eventually his Marine should be able to do it. Now, it is going to be... Wow, he's actually rushing Goliaths. Now, this isn't a standard build by any means in TVT. But maybe he's expecting his opponent to go for wraiths. I mean, obviously he can't see anything. He will know WolFix quite well. So that would be pretty sick. Obviously, blind countering wraiths would be certainly something. We've got a second factory coming in for WolFix. WolFix actually switching into vultures after his initial Goliaths. Now, wow, Radley's actually just going to use the Goliaths to kill the barracks, I think, and then switch into tanks. Yeah, 2-fact tank. Radley is in fact mining out the middle of the map. Obviously, not the quickest thing to do when you don't have a command center up there, but the quicker you can go through, the quicker you can break through. And if you can take this position right here in TVT, you are going to be in an incredibly good position. You can already see WolFix wants to stop that from happening. He doesn't know that Radley's going to do this just yet, but he's getting ready for the possibility, because if you notice here, like, there is this small area that small units can get through, but this X, if you mine this out, you are going to be in a good position. Now, he's actually going to be able to mine through this. Now, I can't remember if big units can get through now. If they can, Radley is going to be in an incredibly good position, though. And in a way, like, I want that to happen, but I also want WolFix to hold on so we can have a really, really fun, long game. Let's see if this works. I think you do only have to, yeah, you only have to break through one of them to break through the middle of the map. So Radley gonna put on a lot of pressure here super early. He's gonna be able to rally 2 tanks out at a time, and WolFix is not gonna be able to attack him for a while. He's actually been massing vultures. He's going speed. He doesn't actually have mines yet. So with only 3 tanks, this is going to be very difficult to actually defend. You can see Radley pushing in, soaking a few hits with his SCV, and he is going to take this high ground position. The tank at the front has gone down. The vultures moving on up, but they don't have mines. They are not going to be able to do all the damage they need to, and all of the tanks have gone down from WolFix. He does clean up the tanks at the back, but the Goliaths are going to have a field day with these vultures. It doesn't matter how many vultures you have, Goliaths are just amazing against them. Now, WolFix has done a pretty good job holding on. He didn't lose a huge number of SCVs, and importantly, he's held this position. But wow, Radley's tanks are really confused right now. They can get through here as well. Oh my goodness. Oh, Radley's going to feel bad about that. He could have taken that position a lot sooner. Now, the problem is, when you open up that center location, you open the floodgates for vultures to go through there as well. Yeah, the pathing on Brood War is certainly one of the... Like, mastering how to just move your units is actually a massive thing in this game. Now, Radley in a very, very good position right now. There may be a vulture out in the middle of the map, but I mean, a single vulture is not going to do too much. Let's zoom out a little bit. There is a single tank on the high ground, but will he have vision? Yes, he will. The SUVs have actually been pulled out here. They're going to be able to take down one of these tanks, so good move by WolFix to be able to clean these up. The tank on the high ground did go down, though, and this is a lot of SUVs to be losing. But obviously Radley does not want to be losing these tanks either. He needs to unsiege the tank realistically, but if he unsieges, it gives WolFix a chance. Why is Radley going to the low ground? He wants to play a little bit too aggressively, possibly. This tank is going to go down. It's a shame he didn't bring 2 of his own SUVs to kind of block, but unfortunately, you never know what's going to happen. Yeah, Radley is doing a really, really good job, at least early on. The barracks is going to go down though, so there's going to be no additional factories for the time being. Radley, however, is going into a starport. Now, we had a game like this before. It was J1 versus Kiko, and even though it looked like it was going to end super early, it ended up going on for 1 hour and 6 minutes. It became the longest game in STPL history over its 18-month-long history. When I talk about the STPL, if you guys were around in 2016, you might remember I did run a tournament called the STPL back then, but it was quite different and it didn't really get anywhere. So if I talk about the history of STPL, I usually don't mention that, but I know in some of my older videos I've sort of brought it up. But yeah, WolFix, he's had an SCV advantage. He did get his command center a lot sooner. The academy coming up at the front, so he's finally going to be able to get some scans. 5 factories now for WolFix, +1 attack is on the way. Radley going in to a science facility. That is something I always want to see. A barracks coming in as well. Now, that is likely just going to be 4 factories, but he didn't get his nickname Ghost King for nothing. Radley's going to look to take the middle of the map here, as well as WolFix. This is the kind of natural third location for both players. Radley's already got his SCV there. You can expand down to the bottom corner, but obviously you're spreading yourself out a lot more now. Oh, a nice wall here by Radley. Going to make it a little bit harder for those vultures to get into his mineral line, but he's still going to take a little bit of damage. It is TBT, so SCV count isn't the biggest deciding factor unless it's like ridiculously different. Obviously, the later the game goes on, the more minerals you bank up anyway, so as long as you're building enough tanks to kind of stay alive, you'll be in a good position. Now, okay, there's no add-on yet on the Science Facility. I thought there was, but we'll have to keep an eye on that. Now, we do have a single dropship. I was going to mention before, there is a 5th gas that both players can take, but in TBT, it's almost impossible to ever get this base. We saw it in J1 versus Kiko. Both of them mined out the entire rest of the map. They both had like 20 battle cruisers or something, and neither player could expand to that gas. They tried so hard. Yeah, they couldn't. Albert, just to answer your question about expanding in TBT, expanding in TBT is almost like a... The way I could explain it is if you watch the Pro Terrans play TBT, it's all about trying to expand as quickly as possible with as little as possible, because obviously the more bases you get, the more tanks you have, the better defended you can get. So you'll often see pros, like especially Flash, like if you go back and watch the semi-finals from the TVing OSL in 2011, Flash and Fantasy would have like a single tank at a base and they would expand there, because it's just not worth trying to trade in, especially when you get +2 attack on tanks. It makes it very difficult to ever really trade efficiently against them. So we're going to see both players expanding down to the bottom of the map as well. Now WolFix continuing his expansion lead, going to be able to get that up a little bit quicker. No add-on. Oh my god, he's going covert ops just as I look. There we go. Ghost King's at it again. Of course he is. It's TBT. And that's, I mean, this is Radley's style. If you like Ghosts, this is the man you need to watch. He streams every once in a while on his channel, which I think is Radley Young on Twitch. And he is the son of well, he's not the son of Boxer. He's kind of like the second cousin twice removed of Boxer. Boxer was known, well, not known for his ghost usage, but when you look at all the Pimp His Plays videos with Boxer in, most of them has him lockdowning a ton of stuff. Now, I've played a lot of TBT with Radley, and he is very, very good with lockdown. It's almost frustrating how good he is with ghosts, so we'll have to see how that plays out in this game. WolFix has not got his starport yet, so +2 attack is a very, very long way away. Radley, in fact, however, he's going into, yeah, he's going into +2 already, so that's going to be a big, big advantage for Radley as that comes up. And obviously, it's going to make it harder for WolFix to ever really do any damage anyway. Now, WolFix is taking a position in the middle of the map. I'm not 100% sure on what benefit he gets from going here, but if he can cut off this area here, he's going to be able to cut off the 4th gas from Radley, which is obviously a very important base. Radley going to scout that the 4th base is being taken down by WolFix. Radley's the offspring of 2 of Boxer's cousins. One of his cousins is Polish as well. But yeah, we've got missile turrets, tons of them coming up from WolFix. He's expecting a big drop, and he would be correct. There is 3 tanks, 2 Goliaths even coming in here. Now, I kind of hope we get to see an hour-long TBT again, because that was really sick with Kiko. But we do have that covert ops done. Ghost energy coming in, very, very important if you're going for lockdown. And the first ghost is on the way now. Has WolFix scouted this? Looks like he hasn't. Radley is the one scanning around, just seeing if he can find an open area to go for a drop here. Now I can hear... Ah, there we go. Looks like he's going to try and actually expand towards the island base. I mean, not necessarily. He could just try or be trying to take down these missile turrets, which is obviously going to be a massive help. But look at the mischance on that turret. Lucky, lucky thing. Now here is the main man. It's the man we've all been waiting to see. It is the Terran Ghost. What an amazing unit. Doesn't get enough play in pro play, but when it gets used, it's a wonderful vision of what could be. Obviously Radley is possibly going to be able to take this base, but the important thing is he's opened up a path for Radley's units to get in, but WolFix is already defending versus this. We see a lot of scans going down for both players, just seeing what's going on. But is there a nuke silo anywhere? Oh, nuke silo coming in. Always good to see. Now, I really want to see Radley just secure this position with a ton of tanks and just take the island base, because the longer the game goes on, the harder it's going to be. And as someone pointed out, yeah, if Radley does win this game, we'll be heading into the ace match. That's going to be on Multiverse. Now, Radley dropping on the high ground. Really good tank positioning by Radley so far this game. Just taking out all of the turrets, making it very, very difficult for WolFix to be able to defend versus drops. And here we go. Command center forced to be lifted. There is a third gas down here, though. Fourth gas, not quite up yet for Radley, but he does have his gas in the middle of the map. Fine. He doesn't have this base down here, though. Now, where is the first ghost? Here he is. Look at this man. No nuke just yet. Nukes do cost 6 supply. Finally, we do have that nuke coming in. Lockdown coming in as well. That's obviously going to be a big power play. If Radley can lock down a lot of these units, if you can lock down dropships, all of a sudden you're going to be in an incredible position. But WolFix getting in a really nice position with his dropships. If he just drops here, he's going to cut off one of the gas bases. So Radley looks like he's wanting to be more aggressive. I almost feel like this is a little bit too aggressive. He's going to try and deny the natural expansion. He's got a good couple of tanks on the low ground or the high ground here, and some on the low. This does cut unit circulation for Radley, but certainly I would give the edge for Radley here. This isn't the best position to be dropping your tanks. I mean, Radley is hemorrhaging a few himself. +2 attack is done, and WolFix is actually getting a lot more done here than I thought he would do. Nice D-Matrix there, though. Gonna keep this tank alive for now. The mining at the natural has been heavily damaged. And Radley is eventually going to be able to clean this up, but it's going to be difficult. He's going to push forward. He does have the vision advantage. Nice second deep matrix again, keeping his tank alive. Radley is very, very good with energy units. Vessels, ghosts, it doesn't matter. And that's the sickest thing. It's something I love to see. And it's something not a lot of Terran players are super good at in the foreign scene. We've got double nukes now, though. One of the nukes has finished. The first ghost is still chilling out up here. He has a second ghost, but no more for the moment. The tanks... Oh, here we go. Lockdown coming in. Oh, he doesn't have enough for... he doesn't have enough for lockdown. Oh, there we go. Double lockdown. Now he's going to be able to clean up the rest of this drop pretty easily. Sieging the tank kind of superfluous, but it's going to give him the ability there, so it's good. And yeah, how often do you guys get to see lockdown? Just saying, STPL does. That's where the Ghost King lives, and he's a sick player. But WolFix still doing well himself. He's got a big supply lead right now, but he does need to be careful. A lot of this supply is in these dropships. Now, looks at... Oh, we've got the first nuke coming in.
Nuclear launch detected.
Okay, I missed the nuke coming out the silo. I always mess that one up, but that's going to clear this space in the middle and allow Radley to push forward. I kind of don't want to look away. I think he's hidden the... I always have trouble seeing the dots. Yeah, he hid it under the engineering bay, but he's cleared out those. But big drop coming in down in the bottom left-hand side of the map. Seeing if he can block the bottom left away. This is a huge number of tanks, and Radley could be in a little bit of trouble here. There is tanks at the back. There is a ghost without lockdown, and obviously he could cloak, but the tanks are just going to kill them. Radley actually killing an engineering bay with his ghost. Not exactly something you'd see every day. He has managed to stop the flow of units, at least for the moment. The third base of WolFix is still being denied. The tanks in the main look like they want to push forward, but they've not quite been able to just yet. But do we have a second nuke on the way? Yes, we do. The second nuke just starting up. Third nuke, well, this is the second nuke almost finishing. Now, factory's coming up in the middle of the map. This is going to help him defend a little bit later on against drops. Now, there is a big drop coming up to his tanks up here. He is going to be able to clean this up. Although there's there was deceptively few units actually coming out of those dropships when he was dropping. So I think it was a space issue. He is going to secure his fourth gas again. And this is going to be super important. We've got another ghost running forward. He's going to run completely past this army. There's absolutely no reason to scan. Oh, and he's going to nuke on top of the tank. Does he actually see this? Oh, he's sieging up his tanks. He's been looking there, and I missed the nuke coming out the silo again. I'm such a bad observer. But he's not going to move his units, so we're going to see another nuke. And here we go, the nuke coming down. Kaboom! Boom goes the dynamite, as Rapid would say. Unfortunately, the ghost goes down. But he secures the location at the top of his ramp again. And the Ghost King, he just keeps on nuking. Now we've got a ton of dropships loading up again. They've got a lot of Goliaths in. Radley doesn't actually have that many dropships anymore. He's been focusing entirely on his ground army. He's got 4, but compared to the 6, I think it is, of WolFix, it's not going to be enough. Now, is Radley... I mean, Radley scanned and he knows where this drop is coming, so he's moving all of his dropship in position. Can he actually defend this? Now, the drops, they're faking out Radley. Radley coming in from the other angle. It's going to be dropship on dropship action. There's not actually that many units here for Radley. WolFix splitting his units really well in this dropship, but it's mostly Goliaths. They all get cleaned up, and Radley, with the perfect drop defense, still not taking a supply lead. But, I mean, that's perfect for him. Have we got any more nukes coming in? Okay, there's one more nuke remaining, so we'll have to keep an eye out on that. But that was a really, really nice job. WolFix still with the supply lead, though. Actually, he's just lost the supply lead for the first time in this game. But WolFix is up a base. He is not up any gases. But that's kind of hard to do on this map. As I said, getting the 5th gas is near impossible for both players. If Radley sticks a tank here, WolFix sticks a tank here, no player will ever be able to land a CC there. So looks like we are going to have another ghost moving in. It looks like he wants to try and go for this bottom right hand base. Let's hide the minerals for the unit counter for now. There is a turret here though, so Radley does need to be careful. Okay, it looks like he's thinking differently.
Nuclear launch detected.
Okay, so he's going to drop once again. Is WolFix in the map? Another nuke coming down. Looks like WolFix hasn't found the red dot again. It's so hard to see this. So this is going to be another ton of units. So this is going to be a ton of SCV kills. That was a huge number of kills on this ghost, but the nuke doesn't give the ghost the kills, which is kind of annoying. So you can never tell how much exactly died. But seriously, that was a good nuke. Now, WolFix is trying to push forward. You can't actually deny the mining on this base from this location. You need to get here. But obviously there's going to be tanks on the high ground. But we can see SCVs moving forward, scouting out what's in the middle of this base. If he can deny this expansion, that's still a ton of gas. WolFix still building up a big army. Looks like Radley continues to... He doesn't have a supply lead again. But don't forget, guys, nukes cost 6 supply, so you need a little bit of a buffer. Radley losing one of his depots, though. Kind of annoying. Makes it a little bit harder. It's kind of funny that you can't build a nuke if you're supply blocked, but I guess that's the way it works. We do have another big drop lining up for Radley. WolFix did keep all of his dropships alive before. At least I thought he did. Where did they all go? Wow, he must have lost them somehow. I guess they must have died on the turrets or something, but that's very, very weird. He is going to be able to deny this factory, which is kind of annoying. Now, it's kind of... TBT, when it gets to this stage, is really hard to figure out what's actually going on. Looks like Radley is trying to secure this base in the bottom left. It's not too important because it's just minerals. You really need gas. Looks like we had a marine up here. Or was that... Oh, he may have been... That may have been a ghost, actually. What killed it? Oh, this tank did. Wow, he must have scanned. Okay, now we've got another couple of ghosts. Well, there's actually 3 of them. They have a lot of energy for lockdown. He's going to try and push through the middle here. Now, unfortunately, the tanks are a little bit stuck. He needs to get rid of the additional minerals. This factory goes down. That's a bit annoying for Radley. Okay, he's going to push forward. We've got a big push coming down in the bottom left. The 3 dropships finally coming in. And if WolFix can take this location, as I said, he's going to be able to deny the mining down in the bottom left. And this obviously takes away the APM from being able to push at the same time. So Radley is giving up his push in the middle. He's sending all of his units down here. He has his dropships, but he's not using them for some reason. I think maybe he's not had them in a good position, but look at this. The tanks on the high ground going to be trading pretty well against the tanks on the low ground. The vessel coming in, getting a deep matrix down, but going down at the same time. The nuke silo is going to go down with a nuke in it, most likely. It's going to be so hard for Radley to defend this base, and that's a lot of gas lost from that. Now, where is Radley's dropships? What is he planning to do? He's going to lose this bottom base. This is a massive, massive problem. The CC is going to go down. Oh, it's going to burn. Oh, he saves it with a repair at the last second. Now, it looks like Radley is planning to push forward with his dropships in the middle. He does need to be careful. There's a lot of mines here. Oh, that mine was close. But he is going to be able to deny his base from WolFix here, so that's something. And if he can secure the other middle base, maybe he can take the island. But these units are going to be so hard to break through. WolFix still has a big contingent of units down here in the bottom. It would actually be good to send a nuking ghost down here to at least force the units away. But it looks like the dropships are just going to kind of retreat back there. Good trading from Radley on the high ground here. 8 kills, 10 kills on his tanks. He's denying this base, which is a pretty big deal. But the more important base right now is this one. Radley has still got a ton of gas there that he can mine, and if WolFix can take that himself, he's going to be in a good position. Now, Radley is unfortunately losing a lot of dropships down here in the bottom left, and they're not really units he can afford to miss. Obviously, Radley has been trading so well that his gas count is still super high. Oh, lockdown on those tanks in the middle. Sorry, I can't believe I missed that. We did catch the end of it, so it's all good. Not every day you see a ghost taking down a command center, but today's a good day as any. WolFix loading up for another big drop. Does he have battle cruisers on the way? Where is his science facility? It was in the middle before, but I guess he's at... Oh. Where is he nuking? Okay, he's going to nuke these units in the middle. That will clean these up. There's nothing to really worry about there. A big drop coming in the middle. Lockdown going down. Here comes the nuke. Kaboom! Another big drop. That's a ton of supply going down. But WolFix has broken back into his middle third base. And this game has been unreasonably back and forth. Now, WolFix is going to be the one pushing through the middle. The ghost, unfortunately, does go down. That's some more units going down. But both players, at 27 minutes in the game, down to 47 SCVs. The current base count for both players, we have 1, 2. This base is entirely mined out, so there's only 2 bases mining, realistically, for WolFix. He's going to get his third base again. And Radley is also on 2 bases, but Radley, he's got more nukes on the way. We have a CC trying to take his mineral only. Radley's got a little bit of a bank, but he does still need to be careful. The nuke coming out, I'm not actually sure where this goes. Oh, the ghost is above these units. Oh no, this is going to be a huge nuke if this lands. A scan going down on top of the units to keep an eye on them. He's going to push forward at the same time. Here comes the nuke. Kaboom! All of those units going down. Radley trading so efficiently with these nukes in this game. And he's going to secure his bottom left-hand expansion. Now, Radley has actually got a ton of units over his opponent right now. Most of WolFix's units are in dropships. If he goes, he can actually deny the bottom right-hand base. And if he denies WolFix away from that gas, that could be massive. Now, it's actually depleted. It's got 2k gas in it still, so very important. But drop coming in the middle of the map as Radley pushes to the bottom right. This is a very important base for Radley still. His lockdown on 2 of them. Oh, lockdown on 3 of the tanks. That's a useful move. Some of the units getting stuck behind here, and it's going to allow him to at least stabilize a little bit. Looks like he's going to take down the mineral-only base down here. Going to be able to take a position over this hurt command center from the nuke before. And most importantly, the nuke silo is still alive. Now, does he have... Yeah, he has cloak on that, but I don't think he wants to nuke just yet. Another lockdown coming in. Radley holds the middle of the map, and WolFix, he's not mining from his extra base now, and he's been blocked away from the bottom right-hand base. Well, almost. Now, we do have a Goliath heading forward. That's going to be able to do that. We've got another tank coming down here. No Ghost in any nukeable positions at the moment, so that nuke isn't going to be doing too much for the moment. But the Goliath of Radley, 3-2 upgrades for Radley, 3-1 for WolFix. And it looks like the Ghost wants to go in. No, he doesn't have enough energy for Cloak, and he's only on 3 health, so not exactly the best move. Gonna wait, probably save up for a lockdown. A lot of WolFix's units, I would say they're all in dropships, but he just doesn't have that much supply anymore. He's only on 39 workers, so he's got about 80 army supply. He's actually having to switch back into vultures because his his gas count is so unbelievably low. Both of these players are going to be mining out their gases soon. Radley, his middle base is very, very low. His bottom left base is a lot higher. Whereas we've got 1k over here, and we've still got around 2k on this middle base. So this base is going to be the most important base in the game. Looks like a Ghost trying to sneak around for a nuke. Does get spotted, so that's always going to be good for WolFix. Now, we do have another Ghost back here, but it did use all its energy on lockdown. Is Radley going to be able to take this base? If he takes this base, or if he can take this out, he'll still be in a good position, but neither player really has the gas to go into BCs at this point in the game, so they're going to be stuck on Vulture tank at the very least, possibly some Goliaths mixed in. Another Ghost coming through. This one has a little bit more energy.
Nuclear launch detected.
And there we go, the nuke coming in on the newly populated third base. This is going to be... Oh, he spots it. And you know why that's so bad for Radley? Radley is running out of gas, and nukes, if I remember correctly, cost 300 of it. So, not the cheapest thing to be building when you're low gas in this game. And this is a lot of units here from WolFix, but of course, it is a lot of vultures, and vultures, they don't trade well late game in TBT. You only really get them because you can't afford anything else. And he's not really going to be able to get in anywhere and do a ton of SCV damage. So not exactly the best position for WolFix to be in. We've got a lot of units on the high ground here for Radley. Looks like Ghost production kind of halted for a bit, but he is going to try and build a ton more. Obviously, Ghosts have done a lot of good work for Radley in this game. He's got a ton of well-placed lockdowns, a good number of nukes as well. Now, WolFix isn't doing too bad. He is running low on gas himself. Oh god, this Ghost is very, very close to dying. He does scout the... Oh, he's seen it. Oh, there we go. Yeah, Ghost dies so quickly to +3 vultures. Just saying. Wait, they do 26 damage. How much health does a Ghost even have? 45, so yeah. 2 hits from a vulture and a Ghost is dead. Not exactly the best position to be in. And the enemy can see it if you dematrix a Ghost, so it's not the best thing to do. It obviously keeps it alive a little bit longer, but in TBT the dematrix runs out so quickly that it's kind of silly. We've got another Ghost going in the middle of the map. Looks like he's trying to find a place to nuke.
Nuclear launch detected.
Here we go, nuke going down in the middle. Looks like WolFix is going to try and push forward now. See if he can get onto the high ground. Lockdowns coming in on some of the dropships. Going to make it a little bit more difficult to hold on. And here comes the nuke into the third base. Kaboom! Killing a ton of the SCVs. But WolFix has actually broken through the drop... Oh, there's another nuke coming in. Where is that one going? I guess he's going to nuke the same... Wait. Where is he nuking? Oh, here we go. He's trying to nuke the army. Oh, he gets some of the dropships. That's a good win. And Radley holds on. He's not mining from his mineral-only base now, but WolFix still isn't mining from the middle. This is a crazy close TBT, but now we're starting to see the effect of all these nukes coming in. WolFix is 100 supply down on his opponent. Radley has been trading like an absolute boss throughout the entire game. And even though both players are starting to deplete all of their gases, this one's only got 1k left. I definitely put Radley at an advantage now, not only in supply but also position on the map. WolFix though, he still does have a lot more gas to be mined, so that's still going to be a lot more tanks. It's just, is it going to matter? Now, there's still a massive army from WolFix pushing through the middle. Radley has added on a couple more nukes as well, so that's a ton of his final remaining gas going into those. If they do not pay off, we could see a WolFix comeback here, but this is a massive army from both players. Radley not training as well this time. There's no D-Matrix to keep those tanks alive. The vessel needs to survive, but here comes another nuke. Oh no, he's actually in a lockdown. Just locking down a single tank and pulling back is quite a good play. You don't want to run the risk of losing the ghost. Vultures coming in from the bottom. Going to be able to see if they can break through. This command center is likely going to be blocked, but another lockdown on those retreating tanks. Very, very useful. Super good to trade well this late game in TVT. And WolFix still isn't mining for the minerals. As you can see, neither player can take this middle base still, because two tanks are on the high ground for WolFix. It's so funny watching that base in TVT, because no one is ever going to be able to get the gas. Now it looks like Radley is getting ready with two of his... Oh, a scan going down immediately. WolFix knowing what Radley wants to do. And there's not enough energy really on this cloak. Oh my god, he scans again. How does WolFix know? Oh no, the ghost is going to go down. Okay, he's going to try and risk going through past another scan, but there we go, another ghost is down. And Radley doesn't have many of them left. He's building 3 of them still. But he's not able to find the value nukes anymore. WolFix is getting really good, being on top of his game of scanning to make sure that he doesn't get nuked. And it's really amazing that we've got 170 of you wonderful people watching this wonderful game, because I love TVT so much, and seeing so many ghosts is amazing. Looks like we're going to have a ghost moving down into the bottom right hand position now. Ghost obviously going for a nuke on this base would be pretty big. One of the final remaining bases for WolFix. Obviously lockdown on the dropships would be good as well, but not enough energy on this. But look at this. WolFix using his dropships to ferry around a small number of units. Going to keep his base alive. It's going to be very difficult for Radley to push into this. Now Radley is nearly depleted on all of his gas geysers. Now the only option he actually has is using a dropship, building a geyser, and then ferrying them in and out of his main. But that's very manual, but it is going to be the only way he'll be mining a decent amount of gas. Now it looks like he's going to push through the middle of the map still. WolFix getting ready to push through. There is 2 lockdowns on both these ghosts. Oh, there's one now. And I'm kind of interested to see how this is actually going to play out, because WolFix is down a ton of supply. Radley has an unbelievable number of tanks right now. But, oh, okay, so he did manage to lock down one of the dropships. Unfortunately, it's not a super important one. Losing the ghost is almost more important, but that does limit WolFix's his mobility around the map. Okay, another ghost goes down. There is a nuke somewhere, I think. Oh, he wasted a nuke. Oh no, that's massive. That
Nuclear launch detected.
Oh, there is a nuke coming in. He's finally nuked this location again. Is there going to be a scan coming in though? WolFix should know that this is a nukeable location. He's nuking underneath the fire. Yeah, there we go. He's nuking underneath the fire. Another lockdown on that bottom siege tank. He breaks through, and he's going to be able to push his siege tanks through the middle. This lockdown, absolutely massive. He's going to get a position over this third base. There is actually still gas to be mined at this base. There's not much, but it's a very important resource, and he doesn't have much of it going. And I think this may be the final straw. Radley getting an amazing position. The ghost is not going to be able to nuke again, I don't think, because he just doesn't really have the money for it. But Radley is finally going to be able to take this position over the 4th base. Maybe now he can take and land his command center. That'd be really good. He's pushing through the middle, seeing if he can get any damage done there. But, I mean, WolFix still has a ton of units. Let's not get it twisted. Unfortunately, he has no bases, so There's this mineral only base that's almost mined out. Radley has got a 4k mineral bank, and this is the final stand for WolFix. He's going to push forward, see if he can break through Radley's army, but unfortunately for him, Radley has a ton more where that came from. And a ghost coming in once again, sneaking around, seeing if he can get in a position to nuke. Let's see what bases has the nuke. Okay, so it'll be the bottom base. There we go. Nuke coming out. Oh, scan. Well, WolFix is never ever going to miss a ghost. Ever again, I don't think. So that's amazing. Like, this is like perfect practice for WolFix to get used to the minimap, man. Like, if you weren't sure how to spot for ghosts, play against Radley in the TVT, because you are going to be constantly scouting for them. Now Radley is finally in a position where he can take this gas in the middle, and the more gas he can mine, the better it is. Oh, huge thank you for the $15 donation, Weaponized Funk. It's also awesome that there's a ghost GIF for the donation screen. So, I mean, Ghost King, man. Ghost King Radley knows how to put on a show. And this is probably one of the most action-packed TVTs we've had in the STPL. So it makes me glad we've all been here to watch it. Now, we do have another nuke ready, I believe. Yeah, there's a nuke in this silo. A nuke is almost done in this silo as well. But is Radley getting a chance to use it?
Sandora.
Thank you, Suri, for the 50-bit cheer, man. Nice meme as well. Now, are we going to see a drop coming in? Yeah, looks like he wants to try and drop on the low ground here to at least try and keep this base alive. Now, obviously, WolFix has a ton of minerals left to mine here, whereas Radley is almost completely mined out at every other base on the map. But if Radley can secure this location, he is 100% going to win this game. Now, he's even mined out the minerals in the middle. That's how much he wants money. He just needs money of any kind. And WolFix doesn't really have any money to actually deal with this right now. He doesn't want to trade units away for nothing. He has to defend his final base. Now look at this. 3 tanks on the high ground. All of a sudden, you're not mining on this base anymore. So Radley is completely mined out. He has a massive bank still though. And that's going to save him, I think, in this game. But dropships ferrying in over the top. WolFix can't really deal with this anymore. There are a couple of tanks spawning. But is it going to be enough? Radley looks like he's going to put the nail in the coffin. I don't think we're going to get another nuke this game, unfortunately. But it doesn't matter too much. Radley obviously playing this absolutely perfectly. And Blitz X is an incredible map. I do agree, Weaponized Funk. It's so fun, not only in TVT, but also the other matchups as well. Now, WolFix trying to go for a drop. The Goliath, though, going to be able to clear up a lot of that HP. Now, I kind of want to just see Radley throw a ton of nukes down on all the factories, because that's the only thing keeping WolFix in this game right now. He's down almost 100 supply. Radley has a ton of units absolutely everywhere, but Radley, unfortunately, as with all TVTs, he doesn't know exactly how much stuff his opponent has. And that's mostly because he has 2 nuke silos. He doesn't have a ton of scans. As you can see, he's been using all of his scan energy. But he can't be sure if WolFix doesn't have an army somewhere. And that's the big problem. Like, there's been so many scans just going off everywhere from both players. I love this in TVT. It's so much fun. Let's go Radley WolFix ace match. I would actually just cry if that happened. That'd be amazing. I mean, it looks like Radley has got this game pretty much sewn up. It's going to be super difficult for WolFix to be able to do anything about this. Now, Radley is going to pull his SCVs at the bottom. There's not really too much to take down here. They're both still fighting over... Oh, it looks like WolFix has finally realized that Radley was trying to mine out these minerals. So that's going to be no more minerals for Radley. Radley still got 7k in the bank, though. SCV is going to take out the depleted gas in the bottom right. In case you don't realize, in StarCraft 1, unlike in StarCraft 2, when you mine from a depleted gas, I think you still get, is it 3 or is it 2 gas? You still get a little bit. I know in StarCraft 2 you don't get anything. But looks like we are going to have another couple of lockdowns, very possibly. Here we go, 1 lockdown, 2 lockdowns. Don't say we don't get anything here. STPL certainly does. And this is going to be another base going down for WolFix, and importantly, another scanner. We've got SCV on SCV action down in the bottom right. Unfortunately, Goliaths kind of beat SCVs. Now, WolFix is going to go for another big drop. See if he can do something. If he can cut off the production of Radley, maybe he can still win this game, but it's going to be incredibly difficult. Radley is up by a 12 SCV lead, and he only has a mineral-only base to mine, so this is just a ridiculous game. Scans going absolutely everywhere. WolFix trying to find a location where he can drop. He's going to see if he can drop on this low ground and likely try and expand. But it's going to be so difficult to take this base. Obviously, even this tank is able to shoot, which is kind of crazy. Look at the distance that this thing can shoot. Diagonals make no sense in this game, but we've got the starports going down now. The Ghost, where the hell? Oh, the Ghost is in with the rest of the units. He's not even cloaked anymore.
Nuclear launch detected.
Okay, I have absolutely no idea where that nuke is, guys. Oh, it was on that Ghost and it gets taken down. Looks like WolFix is going to push through. He's going to get on top of the production of Radley, but Radley still has a few units in his dropships from before. Unfortunately, one of his dropships with units died, so that's a little bit unfortunate. But Radley is clearing up all the buildings at the other side of the map, so if he can hold on at his factories, I mean, Radley still has a ton of units, but he can still technically lose this game. It's still only 70 supply in it. WolFix still has a very healthy, well, it's not a very healthy base anymore, but it was a very healthy base in the middle. Losing another scanner makes it even harder. Okay, so there's only one scan left, so if a Ghost goes into nuke now, there's absolutely nothing that he can do to scan for it. Well, after the first one, and WolFix, I think, just used his last scan. Yeah, he used his last scan. If Radley knows this, he's going to push forward. Oh, sorry, he has two scanners. My bad. That's really stupid of me. D-Matrix on this single Goliath being as efficient as humanly possible. And here comes the final attack of the game, most likely. Radley pushing up, going to take out this gas. And more importantly, this ComSat. Because with no ComSats, you are not going to be scanning for any vessels, for any Ghosts even. And it looks like WolFix was trying to take that island base, but unfortunately he's not going to be able to do it. And I think this is bound to be it. WolFix is surely going to have to tap out in just a second. He still has units though, so the dream is still alive. It is a TBT. And this is a very important match for NetWars. They want to win this game so they don't have to fight in the ace match. Looks like WolFix did manage to fix that command center, so he's going to try and land it in the island base. Oh, we've got lockdowns in the main. He's going to be able to clean up the main, and you know what that means? He's going to have a tank here, and there's going to be no mining from this command center, so looks like Radley's done it. We are going to an ace match after this game. I wonder who both teams are going to send out. If you guys know the rosters, maybe have a guess, and we'll see who's right. But oh, is he going to nuke the... Please just nuke the command center for good measure. Just nuke it. You know you want to. There's no reason not to nuke. You've got two nukes right now. He has no scan. Oh, he's going to... Oh my god, he's going to double nuke, isn't he? Here we go. One nuke.
Nuclear launch detected. Nuclear launch detected.
So two nukes coming in. I'm just going to zoom out. You know what? We're going to turn off all the overlay, apart from the minimap. And we're just going to watch. I'm not going to move the camera. Oh, one of the ghosts goes down. But there goes one of the nukes. Kaboom! Ton of tanks go down. Radley completely surrounding this island base now. The CT goes down, and so with it does WolFix's chance in this game. It's unfortunate we didn't get the double nuke. Damn, that would have been amazing. GG, WolFix taps out, and Radley takes game number